Hello everybody and welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. Today we are headed over to Westy's shop because we have something that's a big surprise to even me today, and it's going to be a big surprise for you guys because Westy and I are actually going to be going in on a project together. So we are going to check out a new car that me and him are going to be buying, and we have a big long list of plans for this thing. It's going to be awesome, and it's kind of just something that came up this weekend. We were talking, went to a car cruise, we saw a bunch of cars and had a good time doing that, and just kind of organically came about that we should get together on a kind of cheaper build, but going to be a high performance build, and it's going to kind of feature the types of stuff that he does at his shop, and we're going to build a car that we can really beat on. So being that the Camaro, you know, it's a $44,000 car, plus I probably got another at least $5,000 or $6,000 into it. It's not a car that I necessarily want to blow the engine up on by, you know, being really hard on it. So it's a car that I can have fun with. It's really neat to see what kind of numbers we can build with this vehicle and all that kind of stuff. It's not exactly a car I'm going to go and cut it apart, put a cage in it, turbo it, you know, really change a whole lot about it. It's kind of just going to be what it is. It's an SS, and it's going to be the car that you can jump in, have fun with, go to car shows. That's always been my plan with this car. It's never been to be a race car necessarily. So that kind of leaves me a little bit of a ceiling. Now, I can only go so far with this car. I mean, I can go with a Pro Charger, I can go all these different crazy ways, but I kind of want to have a car that's definitely devoted to going fast on the track and absolutely has no limits. Like, it's something that I really, I mean, I can tear the interior out of it, I can roll cage it, I can do just crazy power, just kind of be one of those types of things. But the problem with the amount of time that I have and the amount of space that I have is I don't really have a whole lot of either of those. So now to go on a project with somebody else is going to kind of keep things moving along a little bit more, and it's going to benefit Westy and myself in different ways. For one, you guys get to go along with the build, and it's going to be an awesome time. We're going to have a lot of fun building this car because I'm super excited about it, and I think you guys are going to be a little bit surprised of what exactly it is. For those of you who are wondering how much this car is going to cost, I'll let you in on a little secret. This car is actually only going to be $300. Now, I know in your mind you might be thinking, well, what kind of piece of junk is he going to buy for $300 that's actually going to be a cool build? Well, you're going to find out. See, I know cycling is a fun time, and you know, I know people have a right to be on the road and whatever, but this road is actually really windy and hilly and narrow, so it's probably not the best place to be riding your bicycle, but I guess we deal with all kinds of things out here in Pennsylvania. Alright, just stopped and grabbed some cash, and seeing it how is a day ending in Y in Pennsylvania, that's all you need to know to be a weatherman in Pennsylvania. If there's a Y at the end of the day, it's gonna rain. So hopefully I got enough time to check this thing out before it starts dumping, because I just cleaned the Camaro and now it's gonna be disgusting again. So awesome. Oh yes, a BMW from the junkyard. So what are we doing to this car?
Turning it into a race car, of course.
Oh yes.
It involves a bow tie and some hair dryers. Sounds like a winning combination to me.
Well, at least we got all the cars inside. Just enough to make it all dirty, but you know, that's the weather we're having out here. Pretty much all summer has been complete garbage, and why should today be any different? So I know what you guys might be thinking. Why would you take a car out of a junkyard and want to put money into it to make it something else? Well, the fact that it is in the junkyard is kind of like the whole appeal of this entire build. It's the fact that you can take a car that everybody's given up on and is ready to be parted out and give it new life, give it a new purpose. And to get into a car like this, I mean, we're paying $300 for this car. It's complete, it's pretty straight. There's just a little bit of a mark on this rocker right here, which, you know, we can figure something out with that. Not a big deal. Needs a couple front wheels and tires, but hopefully the guy that actually owns junkyard might have those kicking around. So we're going to take this car, we're going to pull it from the weeds, we're going to take it into Westy's shop, we're going to pull the BMW engine out of this thing. This car actually runs and drives. I ran and drove when he parked it here. So we're going to be taking all that out, removing all the BMW powertrain stuff, and we're going to be putting in a V8 from a Chevy. So it's going to be a V8 twin turbo, possibly single turbo, probably twin turbo, 5 Series BMW. So even a BMW that somebody's given up on, the door still closes like a brand new car. It's actually pretty amazing, the engineering that the Germans put into building that car and the quality of the workmanship that went into building everything that kind of went around it. Now, at the same time, we are going to be removing the powertrain and all that good stuff because we're going to make this car into something totally hot rod. And hot rodding is really just kind of taking something that it was never intended to be and making it into something new. And that's the complete 100% intention with this build. Getting into it cheap, and at the end of the day, with using the resources that you have around you and the people that you have around you to build something completely awesome with something that would have just been a parts car and eventually have been crushed. So we're going to be making this happen. I'm super excited about it. We're going to be taking this thing down into the shop here and starting to get everything torn apart, get the old engine out, and we already have an engine swap set up for this. It's going to be a 4.8 liter V8 from a Chevy truck. It's got a 4L60 in it already, so we're going to keep with the automatic on this car. And we've got all the computer, all the hardware, all that kind of stuff. We're just going to have to go ahead and do all the kind of modifications it's going to take to LS swap this car, and it's going to be a pretty amazing build. So there it is, everybody. The 528i is going to be the next build for the channel, and for those of you who are following what we've done so far with the Dodge, I have not forgotten about that truck. We're going to be doing that one as well. Pretty much everything's already bought for that vehicle, so it's not really a big thing to kind of just get it in and get it done. So hopefully within the next few months we can try to get some of the body work and things done on that truck. That one's more kind of just more bolt-on stuff, suspension work and things like that, so it's not going to be as intense of a modification as the BMW is going to be. But basically we're going to get it in there, we're going to have some fun, and it's going to be a great time, so definitely stay tuned for all that coming up. So drop your comments in the comment section. What do you guys think of the 97 BMW 5 Series LS swap build that's going to be taking place during the fall, during the next few months, and probably into the winter, because wintertime is pretty boring anyway, and it's a good time to start a project like this that hopefully by summertime we can go and play with. So let me know what you think of the whole project, and maybe you guys have some awesome ideas of things that maybe I hadn't even thought of. So we got the Dodge build, we got the BMW. I think we're good to go for the winter. We got plenty of things to do, and we're going to keep you guys informed on everything that's going to happen, and it's going to be amazing. So as always, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Drop your comments in the comment section and keep that hammer down.